All right, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on some irrigation for our garden. Got a bunch of different fittings. I got some sprinklers, some drippers, some arms that hold them up. Got some valves here so we can open and close the lines if we want them. Clips, connectors, all kinds of different things, tees, couplings and stuff like that. Got the hose. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to set up and start putting some irrigation lines into the garden. So let's get into her. All right, so we've got our water tote here. The plan is to have a water line or water connection here somewhere, and then we're just going to run two main lines down the sides, one here, one will cross over the path and go along that side there. And then what we'll do is every row that we have, we'll just kind of put like a U-shaped hose there with multiple springers or sprayers or whatever. And then we can have isolation valves at the end of every row and just kind of turn those valves on and off depending on what their needs are. You know, some of it you might not want the water running as much as other spots. So yeah, that's what our plan is today. So we're going to jump into that. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've just run the one line. I just got little shut-off valves on every spot that I want. So I'm just going to do a little test down here on the fittings I have. So I've got 6 lines in total here. 2, 4, 6. And then it's just a big giant loop that goes around. Has a bunch of fittings on it. So it's filling up my tank here now. Turn my pump on. Energize the line. And then we'll do a little test. They've got drips and sprayers, so we'll see what the difference is. Check it out, see what it's like, and we'll get back to you. All right, so I've done a little bit of testing. I'm ready to kind of fire it up. The valve that came with the two-way on it that came with the kit, it was garbage, started leaking right away. So I've gone back to another fitting I have. We'll go ahead and fire it up. Again, on this line, I've got a couple drips and I've got a couple sprayers. Yeah, the drips work pretty good. Again, you got to come over and dial them in, I guess. And the sprayer, same thing. Set her down here. So you can turn it down to a trickle or open it all the way up. A little hose, a little sprinkle. That's definitely a bigger water for sure. Yeah, so you almost have to bring everything almost down. All right, well, I'd say that's probably good enough to start. And go ahead and start doing the rest of the lines. You'll just leave that as a tester first, kind of set everything else up. I have to stay with a one connection and run it across. So I'll have to do a little bit of jigging around, but yeah, we'll get her.